What's up, y'all? For episode 2 of Sixgun Spotlight, we will be taking a look at the Smith and Wesson Schofield, which was an improvement over of the number 3 revolver that had become pretty popular at the time. So stay tuned and we will go over this top break revolver. Let's get after it. All right, the Smith and Wesson number 3 Schofield. This one is with the 7-inch barrel. This particular one is in 45 Colt, but the originals would have been in 45 Schofield, which is a little bit shorter cartridge than the 45 Colt. Major George W. Schofield of the 10th Cavalry, he designed some improvements to the latch of the number 3, kind of giving it an improvement over original versions of this. So it was kind of a controversy because I think his brother-in-law was had some conflict of interest in the department that he was in, which allowed him to kind of push this gun through with the shorter cartridge instead of just using the readily available 45 Colt cartridge that was already out there and pretty popular at the time. So that I don't know all the backstory there, but this gun became popular with cavalry troops. I believe the Buffalo Soldiers used them, and some of the 4th Cavalry in the Geronimo campaign out in the Arizona area. And then after, they became popular on the frontier, with I think Wyatt Earp actually used one of these at the shootout at the OK Corral instead of the bunt line that some Hollywood movies would have you think that he used. He said that he had a Smith and Wesson Schofield, so I think other people that used them was Jesse James. I know Bob Ford used one to kill Jesse James when he cowardly shot him in the back, but that's another story, right? And these became popular in the civilian market. I want to say in the 1880s they bought a gun dealer in New York bought a surplus of these, and so they became popular. Obviously, companies like Wells Fargo purchased some and shortened the barrel and restamped them with Wells Fargo and stuff like that, their stampings. So those became popular. And there are also a lot of those that are faked. So like I said, this one is in 45 Colt and with the 7.5-inch barrel. So you put it on half cock. All you have to do is do the latch like that. Just pull the latch back a little bit. Let you see it move. And the barrel will just come on down, making one-handed extraction with this very easy. So you can, pretty much do this and just shuck all the brass out at one time, rather than some of the other revolvers like the Colts, where you had to, have an ejector on the side and you had to push out each one through a loading gate. So this was a pretty neat gun of its time. It's still a pretty neat gun. Got the big old firing pin on the hammer, so you would still probably want to carry this with 5 in the chamber, unless you're about to be in a gunfight or a competition or whatever. But pretty neat guns, pretty accurate guns. Some people have a problem with the handle. I don't have very big hands, so but it's really not that bad to work this action. But I still don't shoot this one as good as like some of my Colts or whatever, but it's still a very beautiful gun. This one is made by Uberti and imported by Taylor's and Company. You can see it's got the cartouche on the wooden handle along with the date 1877 inspector stamp, and beautiful case color hardened parts up here, and you know, trigger guard and stuff like that, marked with US. Very pretty guns. I do have a pair of these. I don't have a short barrel pair, but I do have, or any of the short barrel ones, but I do have this one in 7-inch barrel, and pretty happy to have it, this one and the other one. I've thought about trading the other one to get a shorter barrel one just to have, but man, I like my guns in pairs, and to be honest with you, these have gotten so expensive now that I just kind of keep what I have and enjoy what I have. So Smith & Wesson Schofield, made by you Birdie, imported by Taylor's and Company. The number 3 design became very popular with a lot of gun makers in the early 20th century and late 19th century. They made a lot of top break revolvers that were either small caliber. H&R made some, Smith & Wesson made some smaller frame ones. Lots of different companies kind of copied the number 3 design in different ways to make their own pistols. I will show you, they do have this little finger groove right here that if you rest your middle finger on it, it really puts your hand right in line to pull the trigger. But I also find it just a little too high on these guns for me to comfortably do that. I tend to hold it right under that, and so I don't know, if you can get used to holding it like that, then it makes it really easy to grab this trigger. But anyway, I hope that you have liked this episode of Sixgun Spotlight episode 2, and there'll be more of these coming, so please drop in the comments below what you want to see next. Had a lot of comments for the Schofield, so that's why we went ahead and did the Schofield in the second episode. So get your comments in and let me know what you want to see next. If you know that I have it in my safe, and we'll go from there. So thank you for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that you know when our weekly episode comes out on the Sixgun Spotlight. Thank you for watching.